Welcome back to Driveway Shop. Time for another little project. I think you'll probably find this one interesting, so stick around. See what I make.
Da 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 da.
SR-71. So I dug these plans out of the government archives. Found them online. Might be a little large, but I think I'm just going to roll with it, because it's not the hood ornament that I plan on running all the time, but it's sure going to look cool when I get done. But even better than just a couple of scale drawings, I dug out of my own archives model I did in my teens. It's seen some better days, but everything's there that I need. So I've got a really good visual reference that I can use. Got to go through and grind it a little bit, make the fuselage symmetrical. I've already done just a little bit. As you can see, it's coming along. It's a little thick, but I got room to shape it. Of course, it's got that taper, reverse curves and whatnot. So let's get buzzing. Well, I had to change workbenches. I don't have a lot of room in my garage, but a driveway shop and weather are sometimes not compatible, so I had to make a little room in my garage and use this work table. Anyway, let's buzz a little more. Got the tail a little too fat. Tail of the fuselage, or the rear part, fore, aft, I guess aft. Well, is certainly a very good start. Of course, I've got the fuselage rounded the wrong way, but I need to get a majority of that meat down. I'll drill some access holes in the bottom, weld the two together, and then I'll be able to finish shaping it. So I can take it from that to that. Time to work on the warp nacelles. Well, I guess they're just mock. Needs a little bit more shape. Tapers in the front. And there's a slight angle here. That'll have to do by hand. I can't do it in my metal lathe. So let me shape it, come back. Yeah, to see where preliminary progress puts us. Me. Okay, I got the outline scribed for 2 of them. The idea is a little extra, and then I will slot the nacelle and put the fin in and weld it in somehow. I'll figure that out later, how I weld it. There it is. All the parts are ready for final shaping and assembly. Well, I've got the shapes roughed out. The fins as well as the upper fuselage. I need to slot the engines for the wings. Fire glue this together. Alright, I just need to do a little bit of shaping. So plug your ears. It's going to get loud. Okay, I did a little bit of work on the fuselage. Of course, I shaped the leading edges of the wings, welding holes there to mate the two together. Got this nifty little light that clamps on my torch. Problem is, torch gets in the way and blocks the light. It looked good on Amazon a couple of years ago, but it clamps on my vice grip just fine. Well, I've got it ugly welded, and I call it that because they're ugly. Perhaps. Anyway, I've got to grind them down and grind them flat, or shape them anyway, so I stacked them high. I needed the build up. So that's that. Let's do a little bit of shaping, and got a lot of good shape in it. It was just a bunch of boring grinding. You didn't want to hear that anyway. Need to build up a little weld on top of the cockpit. Back for another quick update after a little bit more boring grindage. I started a new engine. This one's at a 5/16 bolt instead of a 3/8. It's going to look a little bit better. I think it'll work a lot better. I've slotted the engine so I can fit the tail on it. A little weld in there, reshape it with the Dremel. Here's another really rough version of it. I've pretty much got that one figured out, so I'll film the next one. Of course, it's not attached. Well, shoot, I hate it when I film and I'm not filming. I just tacked on this engine, well welded. I'm going to put the wing on. the outer wing, but I need to, well, I can buzz it from right here. A little toasty. Does it look like it's going Mach 3 yet? Well, there we go. Clean up of that, give it some shape. Bottom is done. Shape these. And the top is done. Okay, so I've done a little bit of shaping up to this point using a carbide burr on the Dremel. It's just about the right shape. A little bit of a sanding wheel. Shaped it here and here already. Now that I know what I'm doing, I can show you. Not that it's all that interesting. Just grind it down and shape it. Sculpting with carbide. Although hindsight says I should have put the engines on first and then slit and put the fins. However, my original plan was to slit the wing and the engine and slide them together so they interlock. All right, I've got it all body worked, shaped according to the way I like it. I think it looks pretty good. I hit a coat of primer on it already. So now, a little bit of black. All right, and there we have it. Take a look at that, will ya? Probably the one and only SR-71 hood ornament. It looks fast just sitting there. The only Mach 3 D150 Dodge Ram. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.